Guys, Brixenta here, bringing you another episode of Dream Big Diaries, and this episode we will focus on anxiety and how to overcome that, especially when you want to perform or public speak or anything like that. Enjoy! Guys, so, I decided to go for a hike today and I found this beautiful nature trail. I think I'm gonna have to put my sunglasses on because I cannot see anything. Hold on. Okay, so I decided to go for a hike and my friend told me about this nature preserve, and so I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna go. And it did not disappoint because look at this cool spot that I found to sit, and I can actually hear the brook running behind me. It's pretty awesome. So anxiety is something that I've struggled a lot with, and that's looked very different in different situations. And if you've watched some of my previous vlogs from the Dream Big Diary series, then you know some of the struggles I've been through, and you know some of the struggles I've been through, and that is that I haven't always been this confident person who just goes out there and says, yes, I'm gonna do it. I used to be the shy girl in the corner in high school that nobody could get to know because I didn't really talk very much. I didn't open up to people. I had a lot of walls up. I was not outgoing at all. I was super shy. But shortly after high school, I made the decision that that isn't who I wanted to be. So I decided that I was going to be friendly and just introduce myself to whoever was at church, or say hi to that person that walked by me, or smile at that other person that was walking by me, because not only did I not want to be that shy person anymore, I wanted to be an encouragement to people. And sometimes people are having a bad day and you smiling at them can help shift their mood a little bit. And so just making these choices to get out of my comfort zone. When you get in a place and you're in your comfort zone and you stay in that comfort zone, that is when it gets dangerous, and that's when you don't give yourself the opportunity to grow as a person. That's when you suffocate things that could change. You end up stepping on all your dreams when you do that, because the more you stay in that comfort zone, the less likely you are to actually accomplish your dreams. Because if you have big dreams, which I don't know if there's anybody that doesn't, whether everybody's willing to admit it or not, I don't know, but you know, we're people and we have a purpose. And if you know that you have a purpose and you have this dream in your heart and you decide to just stay in your comfort zone and not leave that place, then how are you ever going to accomplish that dream? How are you ever going to get to be on the big stage and be a professional singer that you want to be, or get on the big screen in Hollywood and be that actress or actor you want to be, or impact thousands and thousands of lives by doing whatever it is that your dream is. The best way to start pursuing that dream is to do something that's out of your comfort zone. And that's where I started in my journey of being shy and just getting out of my comfort zone and just talking to people, just saying hi to strangers that I didn't know, to how are you even. Like, sometimes it's just as simple as that, because a lot of times if you say hello or how are you or something of the sort, it's so simple, then a conversation starts and pretty soon you make a friend, and before you know it you've made several friends, and before you know it you get deemed this outgoing person that's bubbly, and you look at them and you go, what? That's not what I'm used to. That's not who I'm used to being. So just step out of your comfort zone. And that's probably one of the first things of overcoming anxiety of, especially if it's social anxiety, just taking that small step. It doesn't have to be anything big. It doesn't have to be all the time. You can say once a week, once a month, whatever it is you can commit to take a step out of your comfort zone. Because the more you go out of your comfort zone, the more that place that didn't used to be your comfort zone becomes something you're just comfortable doing. Yeah, I've also had a lot of anxiety of just these thoughts of I'm not good enough to do that. I don't have anything important to say. No one wants to hear what I have to say. No one wants to hear me sing. Just, whatever the thought is. I'm overweight, so no one wants to watch my videos. I'm an artist and a little bit on the crazy side, so people aren't going to take me seriously. Whatever it is, like, just know that it's a lie. I feel like I'm not making any sense right now. Yeah, so all these thoughts can come at you, and for me, it just like makes my chest feel overwhelmed. Like, I don't know how else to put it. And like all these feelings bubble up of just overwhelming. Just everything feels overwhelming. And just how in the world am I ever going to be able to even leave the house, let alone talk to somebody, or let alone try to do a performance, or whatever it is. And some of the ways that I manage that are getting out in the beautiful nature and just taking in the beauty, taking time for myself, making sure that I have the alone time that I need and that I'm not constantly surrounded by people. Drawing, painting, anything artsy, sitting down at the piano, singing, playing guitar, but not work focused, not focused on song, like just playing to play or singing to sing, not focused on technique or anything like that, just sitting down and singing. Because if it's work, you're probably not going to get outside of your head. You're probably going to be really in your head, and that's going to be your focus, and it's just going to spiral out of control again. But if you can do something that you love and just get out of your head for a little bit, that helps so much. And vitamin D, the sun, helps so much. So if you're not getting vitamin D, I highly recommend taking some. So whatever it is that those are the things that get me out of my head, that give me just this release of the overwhelming, and also writing things down of I am good enough, I can sing well, people do want to hear me talk, people do want to watch my videos, people do respect me as an artist, just things like that. And even if they don't, like, I at least respect myself as an artist, as a singer, as those things, because I know that when I put efforts into things, I put my all in. So that's another thing. Like, if you're putting your all in and you know you're putting your all in, remind yourself that you're putting your all in, because you are, and I am, and so if you remind yourself that you're putting your all in, it's harder to forget. So that's why writing things down is really good, and saying them out loud, saying those things out loud, saying how you are worth it, I am worth it, you are beautiful, I am beautiful. Saying things like that out loud helps so much, and writing them down, posting on your mirror, whatever it takes. Those are some of the things that I've done to help overcome my anxiety. Sometimes I've just had to do things anyway, even though I am feeling all those feelings, which is good at times, but you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself to be able to do that, because if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not getting your the alone time that you need, if you're not exercising and getting the endorphins going, or if you're not getting outside of your head and doing some of the things that you love, then that can really take a toll on you, and you can actually end up just making it worse. So the first thing is self-care, and then the second thing is doing it anyway, because sometimes there's just no cure for, oh my gosh, am I gonna bomb this performance, until you just do it, or whatever, or speaking on stage, or whatever it is. So if you see all these people on stage and you're like, oh my gosh, they get up there and they're amazing, and they know they're amazing, they have so much confidence, well, don't think that they are less human, because they've struggled with things too. They've struggled with, oh, am I gonna botch the lyrics to the song up? Am I going to stumble over my words? Are people gonna hate what I'm saying? All these things. You're not alone, and the people who are successful in public performing or public speaking have went through these things as well. So don't let anybody fool you. It took work to get where they were, or where they are. So just know that you're not alone, and even if you are having those thoughts, you can still do it. It's okay. You may not start off speaking in front of 10,000 people, and that's just fine. You may start it off speaking in front of 5, and that's actually a good thing too. You have to start somewhere. So just know that there are many, many, many people out there who also struggle with anxiety or depression. Just figuring out ways to take care of that mental health is so important, because if you can take care of your mental health, then you can actually inspire people and encourage people in ways that you never could have imagined before. Alright, so a couple hours later, here I am again. Earlier I stopped filming because I heard voices and I was at a stopping point anyway. So it's probably been 2.5 hours, but it only took me about, I don't know, an hour and 15 minutes to hike the trail. I don't know exactly if I hiked the whole thing or not. I don't feel like I did, but anyway. My point in all of this is that right after I turned the camera off, I ended up meeting this lady, and we ended up talking for an hour. The funny thing is, as soon as I turned the camera off and I saw her, I was like, okay, well, I just spoke about stepping out of your comfort zone and just saying hi to people, and so I'm gonna say hi to her, and ended up, she said hi to me first, and then we sat on a bench and we ended up talking for probably an hour, and found out that we have different professions, but we are on a very similar journey. And she's actually a photographer, so I'll link her down below if you want to check her out. But it was just a really good conversation, and we're actually going to connect again, and possible opportunities for all of us. And that just proves, like, when you step out of your comfort zone, things happen, things shift, things change, and you can do anything that you decide that you want to do. You just have to choose to do it. And sometimes it might take you longer to do, because if you're struggling with anxiety, you might have to take a few days off, or you might have to do one thing and then wait a while to do the next thing. But whatever the case, you can do it. It may not be in the time frame you want, but you can do it. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. You are absolutely beautiful. Yeah. All right. I love you guys so much, and as always, dream big.